Taylor.
Sorry, Garmagad. Ministers, in February I submitted a PQ regarding resources for students accessing L2 LP and L1 LP students within the mainstream classes with mild to moderate learning difficulties. Now, I received an answer but believe the real issue was deflected. The key question here is, will the Department of Education allocate hours to schools in order to resource the teaching of L2 LP or L1 LP? At the moment, it's taking out of the pool of SET hours. I'll give an example how one student in a school with 8 hours a week of one-to-one learning phonics and Dulce words. There's a problem here. I had a minute, yes?
No,
half a minute.
Okay, couple of seconds there, go on.
Yeah, sorry. Minister, the reality is that L2 LP and L1 LP programme needs allocation of hours similar to the LCA programme. That's where the schools receive half a teacher. The number of students may be low in numbers, but they're high in need. I'll come back to this again, Minister, because it's a real issue.
In relation to the SEN allocation, maybe Deputy Conway-Walsh, maybe I might reply back to you when you get a chance to at the next part of the question, if that's okay.
Garmagad, Minister, I will actually give you this, that it sets out exactly what the issue is and the issue that needs to be addressed here. So you have the student that I was talking about. He receives maths tuition of 2 hours a week, covering basic units like money, like the days of the year, the week, the months in the year. And I suppose the question is, Minister, is there any TD in the Dáil with their child at this level of learning in secondary school who would not expect their child to have an allocation of teaching hours separate to the general SET hours? So SET hours are allocated, for example, such as dyslexia students who can learn but maybe spell phonetically, where it looks like a word or sounds like a word, it'll be fine, but the student is still able to complete the content of the junior cycle and the senior cycle schooling. So as I was saying, Minister, the reality is that L2 LP and L1 LP programme needs allocation of hours similar to the LCA programme, where the schools receive half a teacher and the number of students may be low, but the need is very high in this case, and I want you to examine what's happening there. Thank you.
Okay, I might respond directly back with the details. In relation to the issue in Kerry and in North East Kerry, like we have the CNOs, and there has been extra seniors put into the field since last September, and my experience to date is that they have been working extremely well with families and with school communities to ensure that the need is being addressed in as local as possible. There was a circular earlier in the year in relation to large schools, medium to large schools. That is because the NCSE and the department felt that it was being left unduly up to the smaller schools to actually lift the burden in relation to special classes. So we want to make sure that every school right across the country is making provision for special education, because as you rightly pointed out at the very start of your question, the need is growing, and it is growing very much so right across the country. So we are going to have to, every school is going to have to, but in relation to that, I don't have the details in relation to the school to hand, and it would be wrong of me to discuss it here without having the exact details on it or putting any commitments on, but I certainly am willing to take the details from the Deputy, and I will report back to him.